So, wholeness, this is part 11 in Unbecoming the Signs. This is Gemini. Unbecoming the Signs, where you start to look at yourself as wholeness and start to make an assessment of what the illusion of separation is doing to you. Oddly enough, with this being part 11 and Gemini being basically a sign of separation, and for me 11 is the illusion of separation itself. It's where you justify seeing yourself in duality. This is a very relevant reading. And again, if you're not familiar with me, I tell you, you're all signs until you start understanding that the signs are just you in separation. You can glorify and glamorize it, and you can stick with that as much as you want to, but eventually you'll start to understand that this is all your energy in separation. Separation is a choice. Just like with anything else, wholeness to you all, separation is a choice. So in Unbecoming the Signs, Gemini has to start making choices on why it's trying to figure out separation and start taking accountability for why it's not holding itself together. So with that being said, much like the other 10 readings that I've already done, other 11 readings that I've done, the first thing you do in Unbecoming the Signs is you face yourself. You have to face yourself. And that's, don't overthink the words, but think about it. When I'm facing myself, it's not self. It's I'm facing myself by sitting down and not giving my energy into anything else before I fuck around and give my energy into everything. So that's what I mean when I say facing yourself. You got to stop and just look at shit for what it is. Hey there, goddess. So Gemini, Unbecoming the Signs, Gemini has the conversation with itself in first person because there is nothing else. It's its own source of manipulation. That too is about to produce a 4. Looking at myself in duality will only trap me. Why? Because it becomes a double effect. 2 times 2 is 4. If I see myself in separation, everything else I see is already in separation too. Why? Because it's a reflection of my own manifestation. Not finna try and waste my time with anybody on that. If you don't understand that the internal produces the external, if you see yourself internally in division, everything else that you create is already in division. Cell migration, cell mitosis, all this other bullshit. So the source of manipulation was the manifestation. It's you. All this energy came from within. 2 plus 4, 6. What I keep telling you 6 is your traumas. 6 is where, holy shit, I've been presented with choices. 6 is your foundation. If I'm only found in a field full of choices, damn, which one is me? So with that being said there, Gemini faced itself and realized, holy shit, if I move, I'm about to manipulate myself. Look at the word manipulation. Man, I pull. To manipulate, man, I pulled myself apart. That's all manipulation is man, I've been pulled. So Gemini now faces itself in Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus is the aspect of self versus knowledge. What I am versus what I can potentially come or what I've potentially been through. Either way you go, those are still traumas. Traumas are memory points of experience, good or bad. Only in this realm, you think when you hear the word trauma, you think something bad. But as I've always told you, getting the best ice cream you've ever had in your life, that's traumatic because now you want to get back to it. Or if it was so delicious, you don't ever want to see that again. You don't want to taint that memory. It's still a trauma. It left a prominent memory point. So, man, I'm about to pull myself apart and I'm trying to figure out which one of these memories or these experiences that I can potentially create are going to be better for me. Much like with every other sign, that's a self-esteem issue. That's a self-sabotage issue. If you need to create something better than you, potentially you don't see yourself as enough. It's not fair for me to say you don't see yourself as enough. You might see yourself as too much and you think that you can handle everything you give your energy to. Because that's a real-time event. People think too much of themselves and they think that they can handle whatever they put their energy into, and holy shit, you fucked around and found out. Holy shit, I hope that's not the FAFO card coming up. So when Gemini is struggling with itself in the potential of knowledge, Ophiuchus, you only end up in a struggle. You only end up in a struggle. Remember, I just told you, Ophiuchus is the being wrestling with knowledge, the serpent bearer. This is, I'm going to conquer the serpent. This is Ogun. I'm going to go on a journey and I'm going to beat that serpent down. What was the serpent? The serpent was the potential of yourself in struggle. Knowledge, the Uraeus. What I can potentially learn about myself becomes more glamorized into what I authentically am. That's an escapism. That is, again, a cosmic psychosis when I am trying to travel outside of myself because inside of myself is no longer safe. Or outside of myself becomes so glamorous that I keep moving. That's how people get caught up in where y'all at now and buying into, to include numerology, life paths, astrology, religions, and things like that. The potential of what you can get, the occult systems, the potential of what I can get by attaching my energy into something else will show me a better me. Perspective. So at that point, now you'd made a decision to justify going into that separation to figure out which parts of the separation you need to conquer. So now it becomes Gemini and Pisces. The sign of separation, Gemini, in the separation itself, Pisces. I'm in separation and now I'm going into the separation. It's a lot of separation. It's a lot of separation. The plentifulness. You're going to be birthed into every one of them experiences you give your energy to. All of them thoughts that you think are you. Remember, I told you the main thing was Gemini is just trying to find out which one of these potential experiences is going to be better for it. Whichever thought is showing you, or whichever thought is tricking you into thinking that you're going to be a better you, you're going to supply your energy. It's just like draft day. Say you go to school say you go to the draft and there's all kind of agents there. It's like, come sign up with my team and we'll give you this perk. No, don't go to them. Come to this team and I'll give you that perk. You're going to choose between whichever one you thought was better than you or better for you. So that's what's happening here is Gemini had the potential to manipulate itself. And then it went into the struggle with manipulation itself. But only it doesn't understand its own energy, so it's out here birthing everything it's struggling with. Because again, its whole goal was help me find myself. Too easy, not gonna go there. A lot of people have done that over their lifetimes where they are trying to find definition in the experiences they go through. That's how people end up in cults and shit like that. Well, I was having a hard time and I was abused at home, and then this person here told me that he could take me out in the woods and give me this space and freedom to be me, as long as I obeyed them. Again, cults, religions, beliefs, and shit like that. That's all it is you will sign a contract with something that you think can save you where you've not been able to save yourself. Which means potentially you are your own separation. So now Gemini goes into Aquarius where I'm just trying to get away from the things that have shown me danger and find the things that are going to help me maintain safety. Safety is not a good thing. Being safe means there's already the potential for danger. Safe mode on a computer only allows you 50 to 6% of your own usability. A lot of people just want to be safe. They don't want to be out of the energy that has put them in danger. Because 9 times out of 10, the energy puts you in danger, you sponsored that shit. So Gemini and Aquarius deem harmful. There's that damn 4. There's that God card. You just trying to focus on what can put you back on your throne, but you're trying to hire a ruler. At this point, Gemini and Aquarius is looking for a guide. That's all this is. A Gemini in Aquarius, when you're trying to figure out how to unbecome the signs, you have to figure out when I enter into this Aquarian energy, all I did was focus on the trap, and I tried to find out the best parts of the trap that will help me stay free. What's going to save me? This is, again, attaching your energy into something that you think that could save you where you've done nothing to save yourself. So the Aquarius energy is, I'm just looking to be ruled over because I no longer trust myself. The whole problem with this is, as shown at the beginning, you already knew you was going to manipulate yourself, which means trust was already an issue. And if you trust somebody else, this will hurt a lot of you. I've been a reader since late 2013, early 2014. So as a reader, a lot of people come to the reader because they don't trust what they already know within themselves. They just need to hear it from a reputable source, or they just need it from somebody else because there's a reader and not every reader is reputable. but you got to make your choices. So I just want to get a reading because I just want to verify what I already knew, but I didn't trust it within myself. So I need somebody to guide me. I need to focus on what somebody else is seeing in my energy because I don't trust what I should already be aware of. But keep getting readings though. So perspectives. At that time, you've only stepped into the Aquarius energy, just looking for somebody to guide you because you no longer trust guiding yourself. That means you are just trying to get out here. Energy, just looking for somebody to guide you because you no longer trust guiding yourself. That means you are just trying to get out here and conquer everything that has put you in danger. So now the computer just trying to run the program is trying to enter into Capricorn energy, which is basically the ruler over thoughts. So remember I told you a few minutes ago or a few seconds ago, at this moment, Gemini hires a guide. I've now got a God who's going to do everything for me. Or I now have a spirit guide who's gonna protect me, or spirit save me, or my ancestors save me. You see, separatism systems to where you ascribe a guy who's gonna protect me, or spirit save me, or my ancestors save me. You see, separatism systems to where you ascribe to take you on your journey, which means you're now being led. Oh wow. I might have to hurry because it told me I lost my signal. So we'll see if this is still recording. That's different. So it can't censor me, so they'll kill my signal. So at that moment where Gemini hired an Aquarian, a separate source, to now be its ruler. Holy shit, there's so much in that. A separate source. Remember, you are source. In Unbecoming the Signs, you will realize you are source. But if I hire another source to rule over me, I've now been outsourced, and I'm now in the path of something else that might not be for me. What's going on? So now you just trying to find a way to let what's guiding you rule over everything that's destroying you. What was destroying you? You was destroying yourself. You manipulated yourself. So now you have Capricorn, Gemini and Capricorn, you just trying to hire somebody else to save you where you wouldn't save yourself. Holy shit, you a martyr. You a martyr. You hung up. You sacrificing who you are for what you want to become, but you don't know what you're losing. Everything. What did it cost you, Thanos? What did it cost you? Everything. But your need to see something different, to get rid of death, to get rid of everything that you thought that was harming you, was worth it. Remember, this is Gemini. I'm already honoring separation, so it ain't nothing for me to separate myself further from where I'm already in separation as long as that shit put me back together. Huh? You a martyr. You's a fucking martyr. 1, 2, you done potentially connected to everything that's gonna pull you apart. But what was pulling you apart? Man, I did this to myself. Man, I pulled on myself. I pulled myself apart. Why? By struggling with the potential of what I could be instead of honoring what I already am. And since me not honoring what I already am, honored what I could potentially become, I gave all my energy to that. And now that's the only thing I can focus on. But it's so much because I didn't know what I was. It's now greater than me that I now need to actually hire it. Oh, God. I now need to hire the parts of me in separation to help put me back together. That's a real-time function. Hi, I am the reflection of all things, and all things are the reflection of me, because I am source and separation in remembrance of myself as source and separation, while the rest of you motherfuckers keep on thinking that you're just playing a part. Soul roles. So you have to hire the parts of yourself that you keep on sponsoring separation in as what's going to put you together. Only some of the parts of you in separation are just like you, ignorant to wholeness, so they only going to separate you further apart by running you down the agenda roles that keep them separate too. Take your time with that. You a martyr. You're being led by parts of you in separation that don't want wholeness. They just want to separate you to maintain their wholeness too. That's all right, y'all. We got to download and we going into the 5D and we gonna have powers and we gonna turn blue because see the Anunnaki came back and I'm a chosen one and I'm this and I'm that. And yet your dumb ass still here. Why? Because you're a martyr. Because what you let rule over you is smart enough to make you focus on it and use all your energy to give it to it so they can tell you who you are, the struggle's already over. You fought with what you knew, but what you knew was, man, I'm going to pull myself apart. But you did it anyway. Why? Ego. So now, Gemini and Capricorn, you a martyr. 1 + 2, 3. Only thing ruling me is the thoughts. But as I said, using the thoughts of you in separation that don't want your wholeness, Linda, Linda, Linda. Linda, Linda, Linda. You're only going to go on a journey trying to find your fire, but the fire was already within you. So this is what we'll call not only parasitic existence, this is what we'll call viral injection is what I call it. This is what you'll call viral injection, because now, see, I know I got some sickness going on in me that I need to face, but I'm out here and I'm being guided by the parts of me that already manifested, and they told me if I drink this drink, that I'll be healed. You drunk the poison. Holy shit. Spiritual homeopathy. You drunk the poison that was already a known poison because you think the poison gonna help you find a cure. If you don't understand homeopathy, that's the basis of homeopathy. Is you know the known constituents of a poison, and if you know the proper amounts to use, you can use the poison for healing. But if you don't know the proper amounts and you just taking what you're given, holy shit, you'll end up in fanaticism and worshiping every goddamn thing, except for yourself. Oops. You're on a journey trying to find out who you are, Gemini separation, bringing my separation into the search for my wholeness. This is the equivalent of what I tell you every day. You cannot bring knowledge in here. I speak from a position of awareness. I'm aware of what's going on. By my perspective, it don't have to resonate for you because most of y'all are stuck in what you think you know. And that's not me trying to be funny. So if you're trying to bring what you think you know into what I'm telling you I am aware of, you've already tainted the field. See, I know, and I was having this conversation the other day, a third grader can only teach you the third grade level of math. When you get into trigonometry and you come in there and they be like a squared minus b squared plus the coefficient of blah, 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 and you like 1 + 1 = 2. Yeah, but you sound dumb because that's your level of education. That's your level of experience. But yet your level of experience makes you feel like you know everything. And when confronted with something that your dumb ass ain't have no experience in, you still gonna stand your dumb ass ground. And I'm rough on fucking purpose. Y'all had your hands held too long. Hell, I had my hand held too long, but only I didn't have a guide. I was guiding myself into my own destruction based off of what I thought I know, into holy shit, I realized I need to become aware. So you don't get pussyfooting in here. So if your feelings are hurt, get out. It don't make me no difference. In spiritual aids, the sick parts love their sickness because they think the sickness is their healing. You a martyr. So now you done got out here on that journey. You a martyr. You trying to find your fire, but you the one burning you. I want to find my fire. I need to find out who's burning me. Holy shit. Mind, body, soul. You trapped yourself. You burnt yourself. Gemini on a journey to find itself in separation. The only thing you're going to keep on finding is more separation. Remember I told you Gemini and Pisces, the initial movement into separation only birthed the separation itself. It went from a thought into who you actually become. In this illusion of separation, what you think is what you become. But yet it's not reality. It's just you the fakest motherfucker in your own life. So now I birthed my own fakeness, and now I'm being torn apart by the fake shit that is me, and that shit keeps me on a journey. Potentially, this is who I am. But what did I tell you happened? You done already hired a God. You done already hired a guide. You done already hired something else to guide you into your own psychosis when that shit was just as psychotic as you. So now you're a martyr. I'm now using systems that got me enslaved as what's going to set me free. Not even worth it. It's a spell book, all right. It's a spell book of babbling that got your ass babbling too. So you out here being burnt by trying to use what burnt you to help you to stop burning yourself, when what's burning you was created by you burning yourself. Walk with me. I burnt myself. I created something that's burning me. I hired what's burning me to find out who burnt me so I can stop burning myself and help me get out of my own fires. Or a board circle. Chasing yourself, looking for yourself, but you don't know who the fuck you are. Which means now you got to face yourself again. The first time Gemini faced itself as Ophiuchus, it found that Ouroboros circle. It found out the only thing it was struggling with, choice. It was struggling with choice, what it could know and what it already is. Again, the spiritual arrogance of it's all right if I make a move because I'm built for this. You done fucked around and found out. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Hi. As a former soldier, there's been a lot of soldiers who joined the military and get in and then realize, holy shit, this ain't for me. But you thought it was. Until we start barking at your ass. Get the fucking line, soldier. I want to go home to mommy. Stop shitting on yourself. This is what's happening here. Gemini that shitted on itself because it tried to use separation to hold itself together, but the only thing it kept finding was itself pulled apart. It just kept finding itself pulled apart, and I'm going to use what pulled me apart to hold me together. So now Gemini is right back at Ophiuchus again. Holy shit, Hoss. Remember, Gemini started out as the 11, the choice of separation. Now it is the thought and the experience of separation itself. What did I tell you? I told you I was going to pull myself apart. Now what are you doing? Taking losses by being bound to the thoughts that are only pulling you apart. Only you call that mastery. I'm ascending. I'm now using the definitions of myself being less than fine. I'm now using the definitions of myself being less than fine as what's going to make me fine. Holy sheep shit past. I'm telling you, spiritual homeopathy. You use wolfsbane to heal something that really just needed daffodils. You didn't do your research. You didn't find out who you are and what you was using. You just used what everybody else used before you, and that's why the fuck we still all here. Just not all here. You get it? We're still here, just not all here. So you out here in this Ophiuchus energy, taking losses, going down this system of mastery, the master teacher 33. What am I being taught? What are you being taught? How to pull yourself apart. But I'm tired of pulling myself apart. Then pull yourself apart more so that you can learn to hold yourself together. Holy shit. We're all mad down here. Again, Alice in fucking Wonderland. You done went inside that mirror, the reflection of yourself, and all you found was your psychosis. And now they all playing a part and guiding you through the story. I'm late, I'm late, I'm late. Off with her head. It's all you. Fucking caterpillar toilet. Nigga, you need to slid down the hole. Who are you? I don't know. So keep going on experiences to figure it out. Okay. No, sit your punk ass down and be still. Because the way everything's set up, especially with this full moon here, full moon in Pisces, the full moon, your lunar energies being designed to pull you apart. You know, lunar energies makes the waters move in the sign that won't keep still. Holy shit. I'm being amplified where I can't get still by shit that told me I can't keep still. Spiritual ADHD. Honeycomb's good. Yeah. Can't keep still. Now everything moving me. You right. Everything moving you because that was the divine trick. If I give my energy into this trap, man, I'm going to be pulled apart. Manipulation. Man, I'm pulled apart. But we can't hold ourselves together. Why? Because you won't stop holding yourself apart. Because you're too busy playing a part. A role. This is who I am, and it's my choice. You goddamn right. Spiritual aids in the body that's sick. The sickness think it's healing. So you had Ophiuchus. You fucking yourself over, but don't know it. But probably do know it, but just too scared to do something different. So you willingly enslaved. There it goes again, TikTok. Willingly enslaved. Can't use the hashtag, but I can tell you. So now you're getting out here after you left Ophiuchus and you realize all I'm doing is taking losses. Now I'm Gemini trying to get into Scorpio. I'm trying to figure out what I need to kill so that I can get rid of what's killing me. Work with me, children. Me manipulating myself and then struggling with what I already knew is only going to create the need to hire something else to rule over me as I keep on martyring myself into separation and only taking losses. So who do you need to destroy? You need to destroy that fucked up ass mindset. You need to quit trying to use the illusion to create reality. You need to succumb to this fucking journey. This is the old school hermit. This is the king of earth. What's ruling over what I believe? You need to let go of what you believe because that thought ain't showing you nothing. That thought ain't showing you nothing. It's showing you everything that it told you was going to happen. You pulled apart. You pulled apart versus you pulled together. Some of you think you pulled apart is greater. That's how simplistic your human mind is. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm being real with you. Some of y'all are authentically reading and watching this right now and think that two of you is greater than one of you. Grippy socks. Grippy socks like a motherfucker. Padded room. Cosmic motherfucking psychosis. Cosmic schizophrenia. Split. So, fragmentation is what y'all call it, though. So, you out here trying to look for death. What's another word for succumb? To die. I'm out here trying to figure out who I need to kill, but everything that I need to kill is actually me. So, what you need to do? Give yourself life. How do you counter death? Give yourself life. Stop creating something externally and learn to live internally and then figuring out what the fuck is really there. What do you tell a scared child? Mommy, don't turn the lights off because every time you turn the lights off, the monsters come out of the closet. Girl, sit still, close your eyes, and then open your eyes and figure out what's really there. Was it just a shadow of your jacket hanging up? Was it just your teddy bear that was sitting there with the shining lights on its eyes or whatever? Or was it, the fears of your mind projecting into everything else around you? Or was there something authentically there? Because see, if something's authentically there, then you need to call me so we can come deal with that shit. But 9 times out of 10, it ain't going to be shit to deal with except for the fragmentation of you anyway. So you need to succumb to the ideology of being taught your fears and then living out your fears while trying to stand on your fears on why you ain't got no fears. Holy shit, what was the common word? Fear. Because fear keeps you in separation. That's why you don't want to hold yourself together because you've been taught that I got to play a part. Soul roles. So you just out here just trying to find out what you need to kill, but you need to kill that bullshit you keep on thinking because it ain't showing you nothing. But it's costing you everything, Thanos. So now, since it's costing me everything and I keep investing in it, I keep investing my energy into what's destroying me. Holy shit, Gemini and Libra. What's the balance? I'm destroying myself, but I'm just waiting on myself to teach me how to live. I'm destroying what separate me, but I'm waiting on what separated me to stop killing me. I'm voting for my own destruction, and I'm waiting for what I voted for to stop destroying me. You's a fool. God diggity damn. You's a fool. You still stuck in your thoughts. Remember, I just told you, the thoughts already said, I ain't showing you nothing. You need to die to the thought because I'm not showing you nothing. You get out here and you trying to establish balance with nothing. The only thing you got is them thoughts. You just still hung up. 1 + 2 still another 3. You just connected to what you thought you saw. Fucking ROI. That is the fucking basis of faith and belief. Is I've been taught to invest in something that I ain't never seen, but I seen more potential in it than I see potential in myself, and yous can't take it from me. Eyes don't care as if I'm wrong. Eyes gonna die on this hill. Willingly fucking enslaved. Martyrs. Hung up on what's took their time. This is my energy. Hung up on what's got their time because I ain't got time for nothing different. Which means, holy shit. In the Ouroboros circle, if you ain't got time for something different, you just gonna keep on eating the same shit. So you can only establish balance with what's already got you held up. Thank you. So from there, in the Libra energy, Gemini now finds itself in the Ouroboros circle. It finds itself in Virgo. Bambi, caught in the headlights trying to figure out who's running it over, but it's only getting ran over by everything it keeps losing its energy to. Separation of self. So at that moment, Gemini is trying to find out how to get off of Samsara's wheel, the Ouroboros, the reincarnation loop, by trying to use the reincarnation loop to destroy the reincarnation loop. you your own devil. You trying to use what got you harmed as what's going to help you. You trying to use that what's got you bound. You know, the devil card represents binding. You trying to use what you already bound onto, that 33, what you bound onto, that 33 that keeps you in the genie role. You with the jinn can grant a wish to everything in this realm except for the one that will set you free. Why? Because you don't trust stillness. Stillness will set you free. Because you get to see where the fucking energy come from. But I don't trust that, and I tried that for 2 days, and it wasn't enough, so I'm going to go back to reading my trees and my transits, and I need to know when Mercury retrograde is, and my Saturn return, and blah, 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 blah. This hard, y'all. Yep, keep using the damn tools of the separation to hold you together when the tools of the separation are designed to keep you pulled apart. Duh. So, you keep on going through this loop of harming yourself, trying to use what harmed you to help you. The only thing that's helping you is your harm. And the only thing harming you is that you keep helping it. Contrarianism 101. The only reason why I stay enslaved is because I keep on helping my master and not myself. Oops, next, moving on. Because I keep giving up all my power. I won't empower myself. I just empower my enslavement. So now Gemini, enslaved to his own separation, is just trying to figure out how to take his power back from the separation by going through the separation and trying to figure out where the power's at. See what happened here? You was at 15, potentially moved. Now I'm potentially finding balance with what's moving me as long as it's showing me where the leak's at. Again, another form of spiritual homeopathy. If I learn the immunity, this is basically immunity building, where you know there's certain societies that inject themselves with, like, say, frog venom, so that they gain their own toad venom. They gain the immunity to the toad venom, but yet they know that it will still kill their enemies. But they'll willingly ingest certain amounts to gain an immunity. But holy shit, give them too much, you might not make it. That's shooting the motherfucking dice with life. That's what a lot of y'all are doing. You patient with the same shit that is causing you more leaks because you waiting to see just a little bit more before you make a decision to save yourself. Same shit, different day. I know I paid them and they supposed to be coming over here doing some work, but they ain't showed up, but they got a good excuse. So I'll just keep paying them until they decide that they can get time to come see me, but it's okay. But wait a minute, you keep paying them and they ain't done not 1 day's of work. Yeah, it's all right. I trust them. You's a fool. You become patient with the same shit that's taking your energy. Why? Because you ain't got no energy management for yourself, because you only been taught to keep giving your energy to the separation, because the separation will set you free. No self-accountability. No responsibility, but the ability to respond to everything else that you think knows. So I done gave all my power to the shit that is causing the leak. But really, this is deflection. This is ego. This is, I gave my power to what's causing the leak, but really what caused the leak was you manipulating yourself by giving your energy to the struggle. The struggle didn't do this to you. You did it to yourself. The struggle did not do this. You did it to yourself. So you become your own cancer. Gemini is now in Cancer trying to figure out what made it sick. The answer was, I manipulated myself. I manipulated myself. Everything I need to know was already there. Here, the potential to become more or be what you are. More sounds better. So you did it to yourself. You get what you get. Gemini in Cancer, you got what you got. Your aimlessness, you let that 3 come before the 2. You let that thought tell you what to connect to. What did it tell you to connect to? The potential. But how's the potential going to manifest? Manipulate yourself. Manipulate yourself. Hi, I'm running for president, and the minute I get elected, I'm gonna triple your taxes, and I'm gonna end every program that's gonna help you, but everybody else who's been harming you, I'm gonna get them a raise. Holy shit. Vote. See, I already told you everything you need to know, but because you have enough fear in yourself not to trust what you've already been shown, I'm going to sign up to see something different. Aimless as fuck. Element of air. Don't know how to think for yourself. You just think in alignment with what somebody tells you to do. Programming. Cultural programming, societal programming, cultural, societal, indoctrination, cognitive dissonance, and this dangerous one that most of y'all don't understand that you have, Munchausen by proxy, Stockholm Syndrome. Stockholm Syndrome, where you are in love with your motherfucking abuser. You are in love with your abuser, but don't realize the abuser only got hired by you abusing yourself. Huh? You were your own cancer. You were your own cancer. Your aimlessness of not holding yourself together means the thought of pulling myself apart is the only thing that I think is going to set me free. So now Gemini has to face itself. I'm in separation. Now I need to figure out why I separated me. The answer was manipulation. The potential of what you can become became greater than what you already were. So you, boop, doubled yourself up. But now that you went through this shit, let's see if Gemini learned a lesson. See, I need to quit playing ego and trying to go through all these experiences and figure out how to get to the end of the experiences so I see me and just realize, holy shit, these experiences are only multiplying me, but I don't even know who I am no more. I've been pulled apart. Knowledge got you fucked up. That potential, remember I just said, the potential of what I could become now felt greater than what I already am. And that knowledge burnt my ass. I put myself in duality. Archangel Raziel. In the angelics, he's the secrets of God. The secrets of who? The generator, operator, and destroyer. The secret of the generator, operator, and destroyer is the minute you lost your energy, you already got a new ruler. The minute you sign a contract with somebody else to own your energy, you're now a slave. You're now a servant. Somebody else can save you where you already endangered yourself. So you pulled yourself apart. This is the 11. Remember I told you this is reading 11? This is the Gemini. The Gemini threw itself away. It burnt itself by giving its power to what it thought was greater. And now it's a servant. It's being served to its own fire. Gemini in Taurus. It's being fed to the bulls, but it's shitting on itself. So Gemini and Taurus is only shitting on itself, but now it's in so much danger by everything it helped create. It now thinks that it has to get out of what it created as a danger so it can learn to be safe. That'll confuse two of you, but one of you got it. You think you got to give your energy into what you helped create it to the point to destroying that so that you can learn to stop giving your energy altogether. It's a trick. Remember what we was looking for? We was looking for the 24. We was trying to look for how not to manipulate myself. Keep my fires to myself. Look what we found. You tricked yourself and your fire ain't even as great. You tricked yourself and your fire ain't even as great. And you done fell prey to that bullshit you think you know. Yikes. So now once you get stuck in that bullshit that you think you know, that done pulled you apart, you'll be tricked into being guided by it. Remember I told you way back here, all you're going to do is hire a guide and a god to rule over you because you've already enslaved yourself and don't deem yourself worthy enough or aware enough to keep yourself free. So you enslave yourself into belief and faith and ideology and investment and identification of working for something that's already a figment of where you already worked yourself apart. You being guided by what tricked you because you think being guided by what tricked me will help me get my fires back. Okay, stuck in that shit. Why? Because all I know is I want my fires. Where was your fires at? Within. What'd you do? Sell them motherfuckers. And then brought them back in with the fucking poison. You used your fire to help create your own separation, and then you try to take your separation and put it back in you. And now you think what's in you is really separate from you, but you really just separate from yourself. The Phoenix cycle. You going through experiences burning yourself just to get to the end so that you can see who burnt you. Still gonna be you. Still gonna be you. It's still that 7. It's still, you went on a journey, you gave up your time, you created this story, only you don't know who the fuck you are. So Gemini in separation, trying to figure out why his mind is on fire, you gave up your time. What was the initial thing? Man, you're going to pull yourself apart if you give up your energy. I gave up my time. Time. This is my energy. Time is a marker for experiences. Awareness doesn't require time. Knowledge does. You can't know something until you actually do it. But in this realm, you can know something that somebody else actually done because your dumb ass will believe it. Oops. So, last card, Gemini, trying to be the computer for the separation, but the separation was designed to separate itself. Holy shit, Control Alt Delete. You already tried to control what controlled you, that deleted you, that altered you. Now you want to fucking reboot. Wholeness. So Gemini now faces itself with the potential of all I had to do was unplug the damn computer instead of trying to find a different code to play the game. Let's see whether Gemini unplugs the computer or tries to find a different code. Still caught in aimlessness. Still caught in aimlessness. Still trapped in movement. Still trapped in the idea of movement, because if I go through here and I figure out how to move better by moving less, I'm still moving nonetheless. Say that slowly. If I try and move better by moving less, I'm still moving none the less. Still moving nothing, but I'm just moving it less. So even stillness is a trick. You cannot use the parts of the separation to produce wholeness. You cannot produce a reality inside of an illusion. You can just become fake real. But you can lie to yourself for a few fucking eternities. Thoughts, time and perception, thoughts and manifestation, thoughts and manipulation, self and projection of self and fragmentation with the identification of self without verification, just fucking belief. You can believe what you want, but you gotta let your life tell your tale. And that's all it is. Wholeness.